Hello, this is Odajin Joseph, and this is my presentation for the class for the Dancer Search app that I worked on. And so this is the plan that I had laid out from the beginning of the semester. At that time that I had completed this worksheet, I had 73% of it completed, and now it's about at 99%. Because really an app is never truly completed because there's always something that you can improve on. There's always something that could be reorchestrated, redone, and code can be completed in a quick amount of time, but at the same time, you would be able to refactor it at any time and to just make it better and to improve upon it as many apps that work in this world. I was also concerned about the holidays to get in the way of my progress as well. This presentation is coming in a little late because of all of the things going on. Time management is key, but there are a lot of things that you can't really plan for to happen, those unexpected things, and so you just have to adjust and keep moving forward. And so this is the diagram for my CED diagram listing out the factors affecting the projects and potential solutions for them. One of the things that I highlighted was the time coding and lines of code, as well as dance styles and instructors, because whenever you're coding or creating an application, you want to make sure that it passes the test that you have for it, in order to ensure that the app is working correctly. Specifically for this one, you want to make sure that the search is going on, that the searching is happening, and that you're getting the results that you want. Pictures and dance styles and instructors that I had set out to get, those are some of the factors not necessarily needed for this presentation, but the factors that I put in place as far as a stretch goal for beyond the project after this course is finished. I want to be able to get other instructors and be able to get their pictures to then show on the search in of itself. So basically, within the expansion of the project, these are some of the things that I would look at, as well as if you see at the bottom, the technology part about it. If you're not technologically savvy, it's okay, because they're just I wanted to make them very broad terms to kind of make sure that you all understand what I'm talking about. Microsoft or Windows or a PC, that's basically something that's not a Mac in this specific case. Those can be limiting factors because there may be certain bugs, maybe certain things that you're not aware of, as well as programming languages. Programming languages are just languages that computer programmers like myself use in order to code and create applications to then be used. And so there's not one programming language that just solves all your problems. And so when you choose them, you're also taking on that programming language's limitations. And so a sort of hindrance to that is internet, but it also can be a promoter in a sense, because without internet you can't build and test an app, point blank, period. However, with the internet, you'll be able to kind of research and kind of get more documentation on a programming language that you choose. And also the Microsoft software offers a wide array of resources specifically for the app I'm creating today. And then everything else is just basically resources and sort of laying out what I was specifically going for this project, as far as creating a page and then fixing the code whenever need be, and so on. This is a sort of slight picture of the my FMEA chart that I wanted to kind of present, because as I was creating this, there was a lot of variables that depended upon each other, And so a lot of them just kind of revolved around fixing the code and testing the code, and then they would all end up inversely proportional from their initial value. And so potential bugs in the web app, it's a low priority thing. It's a low class concern. The severity is low. It's because it occurs a lot of times because your app is not going to be completely great coming out the gate and then it's just everything's golden. That's not how it works. So coding and testing is an iterative process that kind of goes on and on and on. And so then you'll have that. And so specific for that functionality, specific for bugs, you want to make sure that as a web developer, which is essentially me in this specific project, you're constantly reworking those and getting better at those. One of the other things that was a critical issue was a small amount of work gets completed. Basically, when an app is partially finished for presentation, and so that is a critical thing because of the fact of scheduling and days and stuff like that. And so having specific days where I coded really helped throughout the process. And so that was a big factor in this specific case. And so it made having that layout, it made it easier to have more time to code and then lessen that specific problem. So this is the app itself. I wanted to make it bare bones because I didn't want to make it too over the top and complicated to where it was confusing to user and provided a negative user experience. So essentially, when you pull up the app, you put a name in the search bar. You can search by first name, last name, city, state, country, or primary dance style. Once you hit that search button on the left, it then pulls up those specific people who match that criteria within the table below, organizing them by first name, last name, city, state, country, and primary dance style. Basically the same thing that you searched it for. And so I wanted to make this, I didn't want to impose styling on this app, again, specifically to make it readable at a very bare bones level. Because once you start introducing complexity to things, then it's just not going to work. And then here I made a search by dance style, and specifically for salsa. And so here you see that the first name is cut off a little bit because it was kind of too big to fit on this page. But so you would choose the first or the second person, and then that would then set off an email specifically for this presentation so that way you can send in any kind of information or request to that person. And then that's basically it. And so lessons learned throughout this process was that time management is key and you can't plan for the unexpected. On top of that, coding something that may seem like a simple thing may not be as simple to fix it. And it may seem like a simple fix at first, but then it won't necessarily be that simple of a fix. And then another lesson learned was just that the project management process was really instrumental in helping me getting my thoughts together and just kind of being able to put this in a presentation. It is coming in late, as I said at the beginning, but that's just kind of due to some circumstances and so many things being on my plate at once. And so basically back to that time management thing. And so I'll be continually working on this project to expand it more because it's something that I've really wanted to work on for a long time. And I use this class as a sort of springboard to kind of get the ball rolling on it. So thank you again for watching. Again, my name is Odajim Joseph for the Dancer Search app.